Hello my friends, and welcome to the second video on the High Vibe Honey channel. Thank you for being here. If you are new to the space, if you're new to me, and if you've been following me for a while on my other spaces and you're back here, welcome back, and thank you again for being here. Just saw 23 on the timer, so 23 seems to be a prominent number for whatever reason at the moment. 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 is a number of change. So already things are starting to show up before the readings even begun. So as you can tell, as you can see, I am geared for Leo season. It is officially Leo season, and I'm like so hyped up. Because not only is my rising sign in Leo, or ascendant sign is in Leo, but Leo is like an energy of playfulness and bravery and fun and inner child. So there's always this, it always feels like this permission slip, like to just do something fun and be, you know, get out of the box a little bit. And if you haven't watched the first video in this space, I highly recommend you watch it. I will put it in the description box below, because there were some things that were said that is so relevant for this reading, and I didn't make any connections until after I'd watched it. So I was wanting to say something, and express yourself came through, and I was like, why am I wanting to say that? That's that, or why am I saying that? That's not what I want to say. And then later in the reading, I pulled the creativity card, and then spoke of Lionsgate, which is the 8th of the 8th. So, which is August the 8th. And I feel like all of this is like a culmination of something. There's so much stuff happening from August. There's Mercury in retrograde. There's the Lionsgate portal on the 8th of the 8th. There's a fucking super moon, blue moon in Aquarius. I'm like, yes, bring on this energy. My sun sign's Aquarius, and then my rising is in Leo. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, ready for change, ready for lots of awesome things to show up. And if you're watching this, I would say you're in the same sort of space. So I will put that video in the description. Do watch it. And if you are reading your message or watching your message, I will explain what I'm doing in a bit. Do watch the full section, because sometimes what I'll say will correlate or make sense later. So what I wanted to do is kind of piggyback off the collective reading and continue with messages for healing, especially coming up to Lionsgate portal. That was a prominent message in the last video. So I want to kind of continue up until that period, or even after, because sometimes energies are not just significant to that date, but it can sort of can hang around for a little bit after the date. So I did want to continue that on that trajectory. So what I wanted to do is do a picker card, and I love picker cards or picker vibes, because you utilize your own intuition and pull in what message will resonate for you the most. Before I do get into that though, this is for entertainment, guys. So, you know, we have to say this on YouTube, because you know the drill. I'm sure most of you who are watching are regular watchers, and you know what this whole thing is about. But be discerning with the messages received. Be so discerning with what you receive and what's being said to you. And also use your own intuition with what you see and what you hear and what is felt as well. So just because I don't say anything, but you pick up something, doesn't make it not valid, I think. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So if that is the case, if you do see something, comment below. Let me know how, if and when and how it resonates with you. And if it does resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll get any other videos that are coming up from the space. So I'm not one for little knickknacks. You know, if you go to grandma's house, you might see all these little bits and pieces. I'm not usually one for that. I do like knickknack chips. Yes, bring it on. But I did see these little knickknack things, these little figurines, and I thought it would be quite cute to use them in this video. And, you know, if I wasn't going to use them, I'm sure my kids would happily take them and destroy them and what have you. So the first one is a little mermaid, which is so cute. And I just realized that my daughter is going to be dressing up as a mermaid for school tomorrow. So that's fun. I'm sure she'll be happy with that one. And then we have a little cupcake. Who doesn't love cupcakes? And then we have this V-dub little van wagon, which is very nostalgic for me, where I'm from. But yeah, anywho. So those are the three. And what we'll do is, before I do the timestamps and everything, let's just get into the space of tuning into your intuition and picking the figurine that most resonates with you or most calls to you. So taking a couple of deep breaths, and as you exhale, just relaxing with each exhalation, being mindful of your thoughts. Like, we're never without thoughts really, but the key is to not attach to them. So for example, if the thought of, oh, what's for dinner comes in, just be aware of it and let it go, instead of going, oh yeah, oh, what do we have in the fridge? Oh, this, oh no, we already had that for dinner. Like, you see where I'm going with it? Just be aware of the thoughts and then let it go. The point here is to be in a state of spaciousness and calm, and just letting whatever wants to be shown to you be shown to you from a space of stillness and spaciousness. So, a couple of deep breaths. And also great for your nervous system, just so by the way. And one more deep breath in, thinking about which totem resonates with you most. All right. Now I will be starting with the mermaid. So if you chose the others, then you can jump straight to that message. So we are starting with the mermaid. Okay. Okay. Also, I should say, and I forgot to mention this to the whole group, I do apologize for the previous video, how loud my shuffling and clacking of the cards were. I didn't realize how loud they would be, so I do apologize for that. But I do have a cloth on the table, as you can see, and so hopefully it won't be so loud today. You know, some of us are sensitive to loud noises, so I'm sorry about that. Open to receiving messages of the highest vibrational frequency for the Mermaid Collective, please. Thank you. I just want to say straight off the bat, getting like a heaviness in my head area, so not sure if someone's got a headache or just a lot of overthinking. Before, in the pre-shuffle, there was like a need to slow down. So if that's you, that message is for you. Oh, and I should say, please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and of course, be discerning with the messages you receive. If you see something that I don't mention, please mention it in the comments below. Because sometimes we don't always pick everything up. And again, like the previous video, sometimes stuff will only click later, you know? So specifically reading for before the Lionsgate portal on the 8th of the 8th, but again, we'll see what happens, hey? I just saw the color red, and I'm wearing red. Okay. What needs to be seen for the Mermaid Collective? And so I said before I saw the color red. This time it's the color scarlet, which is same but different. Attract success. Hello. Then we've got sapphire, which is regenerate your body. And we've got turquoise, awaken your empathy. So if you are seeing some 3s and 2s, because we've got 32, 2, and 36. If you're seeing a lot of 3s or 2s, then this message might be for you. At the bottom of the deck, we have chocolate. Num num. Number 5, nourish your body and soul. And it's interesting because number 5, I did, this came up in the pre-shuffle. Because there was numbers 2 and 3, and 2 plus 3 obviously is 5, and 5 is the number of change. So and then again 2 and 3, 3 and 2, change. So yeah, if you're seeing those numbers, there might be some messages in here for you. So regenerate your body. There is like a deep sense of healing again. For some reason, the word awaken is sticking out to me. But overall, again, a message of really just taking care of yourself, like doing, not necessarily doing, but like a requirement for stillness, a requirement for slowing, like actually slowing down. Healing your body. You might, as I said before, when I was shuffling, there's a feeling of like overthinking or headiness or clogginess. So perhaps in order to be in this energy of attracting success, or perhaps that's what you're trying to manifest, like there's the word foundational is coming to mind, like work on the foundations, which is your temple, which is the body, and which is, you know, that chocolate card again. And I'm not saying nourish your body with chocolate. I'm just saying there may be a deep need, and I know this came through the collective reading, so maybe this is again just reiterating that need for everybody to be in that space of taking care of yourself. And I just want to pull up this one because it's, again, speaking of creativity, and the number 22 is showing up. So perhaps whatever it is that you're wanting, how is this wanting to be said? This is very reminiscent of the collective reading, where we're working on or thinking about ways to heal ourselves and nurture ourselves through creativity, through participating in energies and channels that, or things that open up our creative channels, and exploring what that looks like. The Awaken Your Empathy card. I might just have a read of what that says in the book. And I'm getting that sensation again in like the headiness. Oh, that's not the one. Nope, wrong one. Turquoise inspires use of communication with feelings, builds confidence in your abilities, connects you with your intuition, and awakens your empathy. Turquoise makes ancient wisdom available and can provide a sense of connection to your inner mastery. Hold something turquoise to awaken your empathy for others. I know it says awaken your empathy for others, but I feel like it's more just be grace. How does this want to be said? Like, have grace with yourself through this process, especially if there's a lot of mental chatter. It's like, have empathy for yourself. You know, move through this process with grace, regenerating and rejuvenating and nourishing your mind, body, and soul with grace. I want to pull out some more. Let's see what wants to come out of the healing deck. Oh, let me shuffle these damn things. Hold on one second. For some of you might be having lower back issues or pain. Just feeling some okay, let's do this for Mermaid. Okay, so we have number 30, transform your relationships, move on and move up. So I'm wondering if that's got to do... Anyway, number 2, balance your commitments, promote equilibrium in all things. And number 21, release inner tension, move into fluidity. So that's what I was speaking about, that mental, it just feels like a heaviness in the, in the head. And creating balance, what that looks like for you. Whether that be mental, physical, spiritual. Because what tends to happen if we're not in a state of, I don't want to use the word balance. There's something else that's like wanting to come out, but it's not. It's just finding that neutrality in everything we do. I'm wondering if whatever is happening for you now, this might be for some of you, is that mental stuff that's going on is in regards to relationships, or whatever relationship, or however that looks like, whether it be friendships or actual relationships or family even. Perhaps there's a lot of mental conflict happening within, your areas of relationship, and there needs to be some sort of balance. Before, when I was going through my ritual, the word boundaries just came out strong. So I'm wondering if that may be something that needs to be brought into, that needs to be implemented to bring in that balance within your commitments, whether it be in a form of relationship, if there's things that you perhaps need to let go of, or just whatever is creating that effort, that conflict, that internal conflict, that I just got distracted by something else. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot. It could be to do with even being a parent, like family, creating balance within your daily life even. But there's a strong sense around relationships, whether that be family relationships or whether that be spousal. So I'll pull some more cards and see what comes out of how we'll do some healing mantras. Or what do we want to do? Yeah, let's do some healing. Yeah, perhaps your this might be for some where just feels like a schlep, like just what's going on here? Just doing the day-to-day is feeling really and bringing into awareness that need to have empathy for your situation, to have just to not judge your journey, to not judge your process right now. Do we see messages of the highs? It doesn't sound as loud, so should be all good today. This is just an exploration for my collective. One more shuffle. Yeah, again with a stuckness. Okay, needs to be seen all of this collective. How can we Alright, I'm just going to do one card on these because there's quite a bit of information. So we got illuminating the truth. Interesting. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. That's the mantra there. Something about truth. Maybe acknowledging where you are, like what is going on, like acknowledging the places that that you need to, I guess, be honest with yourself about what's working and what's not, what needs to be released, what you need to move on from, what's really What's aligning with you where you are? Is it, and I said this in the previous video, is it helping or hindering? Whatever it is that's in that you're currently committed to. What needs to be balanced out? Where is there no balance even? Or what is creating tension, and how can you balance those out? I want to have a read of this. Not used this deck a lot. There's a lot of decks I've not used a lot, so I kind of want to play around with these. So, illuminating the truth. Let's see what it says. When the truth is illuminated, you are no longer willing to settle for opinions, but instead yearn for a direct reflection that can shift fear and apprehension into higher vibrations of acceptance. In the illumination of truth, it doesn't matter how much life gets inconvenienced or disrupted. Instead, the recognition of facts versus falsehood allows you to move past the shattering of expectations to commune with a reality beyond the horizon of your ingrained ideas. Interesting. Not sure how that will resonate with you. Let me know in the comments below. I'm losing my voice. If anything stood out to you. But yeah, as I said before, just finding being honest with yourself about what's not working, what is draining your energy. I want to I will pull from the excuse me, self-care deck as a means to, you know, further help with some guidance, maybe pulling some guidance from these decks. But also, if you want to take a screenshot of that, these decks, I think they're by Matt Kahn, and I think yeah, so the mantras have been encoded with healing energy to realign your mind, body, and soul. So that's the mantra there. I think it might come out in reverse. I'll figure out how to change that. This is a whole new thing for me. So, you know, usually I record the videos in reverse and it's all good. But obviously in the situation when you need to read something, it's not going to work. So, open to, again, dude, take some breaths. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Open to receiving messages of the highest frequency. So this is my self-care, a self-care deck, the Sacred Self-Care. Open to receiving messages of the highest frequency and vibration, please, and thank you for making it. To fall out. It needs to be seen by Mermaid Collector. It needs to be seen by Mermaid Collector. Right, so we've got positive. And I just said I don't do positive affirmations. Positive affirmations, which we just had. Okay. And then we've got make a meal. So these are things that you can do to perhaps these are just some ideas of how we can come into balance, how we can bring this all into balance. Make a meal. Interesting. And dream journal. So if any of those resonate with you, let me know. If you do those things, if you've been thinking about doing those things, creating some sort like a self-care ritual, because I feel like that's definitely coming up to Lion's Portal. And especially if you've got a lot going on in here, like perhaps not even a dream journal, maybe just a journal, maybe just writing out some of the things that have been taking a mental toll. Sometimes writing things out can really help just shift the energy or take you out of, like, I like to call it brain dumping, like taking it out of your head and onto paper. And then if you do like some people like to do like the full moon rituals I used to do, where I write stuff out, and then when I'm ready to release it, I would, you know, burn it on the fire and just let it go. So that could be something you can do instead of a dream journal. You could do just normal journaling, unless you have been having a lot of dreams. That could be something. There could be some messages for you within the dreams as well. So maybe pay attention to the dreams, but also, yeah, make a meal. Maybe it's speaking about doing, really taking care of yourself, you know, nourishing mind, body, and soul. So yeah, not the chocolate, the healthy. No, chocolate is good. Chocolate's great. Love it. Love it. But not everybody loves chocolate. I don't understand that, really. And I didn't want to, but I will pull out of my yogic deck because it is a fantastic deck. It is a beautiful deck by Sahara Rose. So I will pull just one card, because these, I don't quite understand some of these meanings like yet, and so I'll read out of the book. As I said, some of these decks don't get used very often, and I need to read out of the decks. There's so much going on. Okay, messages for my one. Frequency that I'm yeah, really take care of that lower back if you've got some issues. Yuck. Let's do one more shuffle and then ask for one card on me. Being chatty energies, hey? Open to receiving. Messages for the highest vibration frequency from the collective. What is this? Well, they don't give me any. Thank you very much. All right, so we've got Krishna. Interesting. Krishna, righto. I love it already. Let's see. Now these in the book are also kind of all over the place, so I have to find. They're not in alphabetical order. I mean, you know, some people are like, I like it when it's alphabetical order. It's just so much easier, but I know that's not the intention of this deck. Anywho, Krishna, God of compassion and love. What does it feel like to be totally enamored, raptured and captivated with love for the divine? This is the essence of Krishna. You have entered a time where you have realized love is something much greater than passion between two people. Instead, it is the origin of all life where everything blossoms. You have trusted in the greater forces of the universe, and in return it supports you with its all-encompassing arms, embracing you like stars in the sky. Continue trusting the divine is omnipresent, that you are not only part of the universe, but the entire universe exists within you. Krishna also reminds you that play is a form of prayer. Righto. Play is a form of prayer. So maybe that's a way that you can bring in your balance. Leo season, we're all about play and creativity. So, you know, however you express your creativity, whether it's creating a meal, whether it's even writing. Writing is a form of creativity. Maybe even creating your own affirmations, ones that resonate with you, because, you know, not everyone resonates with every affirmation or mantra. So if this one's not applying to you, maybe, you know, get creative and try to write your own. I don't know. Take from it what stood out. But that is it for the Mermaid Collective. So if anything resonates with you, let me know below in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe if it did resonate with you. And yeah, take care of yourselves. And there's a pause, because it's like a reminder of that, what I said in the start. It's that slowness, that bringing in your as a way to help with the mental chatter, slowing down, just slowing everything down, like whether it's speech, whether it's the way however that looks for you. Like, explore what slowness looks like to you. That may help as well. So thank you for watching, and I appreciate you being here, your presence, and yeah, I will see you in the next reading. Hello, this is for the Cupcake Collective. So if you've chosen the Cupcake, this reading is for you. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if it doesn't, it's not for you. And also just be discerning with the messages that you receive. If you see something that I've missed, be sure, or if something stuck out to you, be sure to comment below. Weird. Be sure to comment below, and yeah, let me know if there's something that you picked up for this collective that I missed. And also be sure to like, share, and subscribe if it resonates with you. I do have a cloth underneath today, so it's not as loud. Okay, what needs to be seen? Oh, where are the collections? Okay, just one for you, not as chatty in this collective. So the card is Cyan, and And it says build your confidence, number 37. and, and as I'm trying to speak, losing my voice. So for those that are aware, the throat represents the throat chakra, and interestingly enough, blue is the color of the throat chakra. Even though that card says cyan, it's still blue to me. So there's like a need to perhaps speak your truth, or just speaking. Yeah, there's definitely something about confidence. I'm going to read the guidebook and see if it's got any extra messages there. While my voice adjusts. Cyan assists with strengthening your confidence and belief in yourself. It balances the system of your body and gives you clarity in times when you need to make choices. Cyan helps with stress release and the attainment of peace and relaxation. It's also very helpful in fine-tuning your communication abilities. So there is like a strong emphasis on this, because I can't like it's like super weird in my throat right now. So there might be perhaps things that you want to say that you're not saying, or you're perhaps struggling with how to even articulate yourself, express yourself. We're Leo season now. Maybe there's something that you need to express. Let's jump into another deck. Let's do the healing mantra deck and see if there's any further clarification on what this is about. So I'm only using like healing decks today. Open to receive messages. Collective and thinking about it's easing off now, but goodness me. All right, what needs to be seen for the Cupcake Collective? What needs to be seen? So now we're getting super chatty. Oh. Interesting. So if you're just tuning in, this is for the Cupcake Collective. And we've got number 20, family balance. Create family balance. The ties that bind, also free. So I'm not sure if this is in relation to some family situations that are coming up. There will be in August a lot of things. I can't even speak, so I feel for you if this is you, if this message is for you. But Mercury retrograde is coming up in August. I believe it's the 4th. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. Where communication, so Mercury is it relates to communication, so communication might be a little bit stuck at the moment, clearly, or things will be coming up to be cleared, or things might come up that need to be balanced out within family during that time. Things might happen. We've also got deepen your concentration, number 43, focus and grow into what could be. These might come out in reverse, so I will figure out how to reverse the video. We've got number 14, face your challenges head on, strength in the struggle. So that might be about perhaps speaking your truth to some family members or people that you consider as family, whether that be friendships or otherwise, work colleagues. Number 25, use your anger. Inner fire sparks outer action. That's rather interesting. I want to read that one. So this is from the Healing Mantra deck by, wrong one. The Secret Language of Your Soul by Ina Segal. I've not actually, a lot of these decks that I'm using now, I don't use very often. Hence the guidebook. Number 25. Oh, there's a lot. I might just read a little bit. Okay, we live in a time where there is constant strife and struggle between polarized factions that want to control us and tell us how we should live our lives. The ugly, hateful, spiteful, and cruel may seem louder than ever, but we must never forget that incredible beauty, love, and creativity and benevolence are always to be found. We only need to look a bit deeper. Okay, so I want to just, here we go. Okay, when the darkness you see in the world incites anger, you can choose to fall into victimhood and despair, or you can use the power of your inner fire and become a trailblazer for something worthy. You can complain and become consumed by your suffering, or you can proactively work to create a better world for everyone. The choice is yours. Ask yourself, what can you do to awaken others to your vision of a better world? Can you write, speak out, plant trees, volunteer, or raise awareness for a cause? It's going on and on and on. I'm not going to read all of it, but essentially, yeah, it might be in regards to speaking up in a difficult situation, perhaps. I want to read the number 43, deepen your concentration, because that one stumps me. There might just be an extra message in there for you. Consciousness is a gift that allows us to engage with life in a meaningful way. Concentration is consciousness applied moment to moment. Whether you want to learn violin, design, cooking, parenting, improve a work task, or evolve as a spiritual adherent, you must first be able to strengthen and fortify your ability to focus. In many ways, our minds define us more than our bodies. Every experience, challenge, desire, and action first passes through the mind. It is the gateway of the body. Opening the gate to greater potential and knowledge requires a commitment to mental evolution. Interesting. So yeah, these two cards, deepen your concentration, face your challenges head on. So I don't feel like this is part of all this, or it could be wrong, but I'm feeling like this is something for somebody else. About focusing, although it could speak to focusing on what it is that you need. And again, boundaries came up in the first, in the Mermaid Collective. It came out when I was doing ritual this morning. And so there might be, perhaps this is what you're speaking on, is someone's crossing your boundaries, or people in general, or family, or not, or perhaps you need to create boundaries for yourself, so that you, or find something to focus on and, create boundaries around that, so that you're clear in what it is that you need to do to create balance for yourself and something that you can focus on. So I'll go deeper and go with now I'll choose the Healing Mantra deck. And and see what needs to be said, what's wanting to be said about that. To receive messages for the Cupcake collective. For messages for frequency. Thank you. And again, if you're seeing something that I haven't mentioned, please make sure to put it in the comments below. There's so many different interpretations of, you know, these are obviously, when you're watching a reader, that's their perspective, that's their perception of what they're seeing. You might have a completely different perception. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and use discernment with the messages that you see or hear. Last one. All right, what needs to be seen? What messages for the Cupcake collective? Resolving anger. Oh, my friend, what is going on? Conflict reminds me when I need more space for myself. Oh, that is dope. That is dope. So here we have 2 cards speaking of anger, and I'm not sure if this is your story. Do take a picture, snapshot of that image and of the affirmation, because it is it's encoded or something. So you might need to remind yourself of when you're feeling this anger, when this is coming up for you, that you need to just take a step back. And again, the throat stuff's coming up. So, you know, maybe instead of reacting from that space of anger, just taking a step back, bringing in some balance for yourself within yourself, and then figuring out what it is that you want to focus on, how it is that you want to speak, building your confidence, and then facing that bitch, you know? Maybe take what you will from that. But that's interesting that 2 anger cards came out. So, and I get it. So, you know, sometimes, like, if you ever had that, if you're a parent, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, when you're like screaming at your kids, and then you get to a point where you can't scream anymore. You've lost your voice because there's just so much, like, there's just so much that's being expressed. Or sometimes even, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but like when you want to express yourself, you feel like that knuckle in your throat and you can't speak. I don't know why I'm getting that. That might be a specific message for someone. But when that happens, perhaps that is a call to bring in, to take a step back and create more space for yourself. And really reflect on just being with yourself and figuring out what it is that you need, what it is that you need to focus on, and then creating boundaries around that. Interesting. All right, let's pull I want to get a self-care message. If there's any messages about self-care, like something that you can do in addition. Messages for the guidance space for the Cupcake collection. I just can see. Any messages? What needs to be seen for the paperwork, please? What the heck? Oh no, this is just too much, y'all. Too much. My goodness. Sorry, it's just too much. Yes, there's a lot we can do to do self-care, but like baby steps, yeah? Baby steps. Baby steps. Because sometimes, like when you want to heal yourself, then and you're given too much to do, that kind of stifles your progress, or it can stifle your healing because you're doing all the things instead of just focusing on one thing, just that one thing. Okay, let's take that one. Awesome. Sync with the moon, number 51. That looks like my groovy pedal pop looking pants that I love, that my husband doesn't like. I want to read out of the guidebook. So there is a supermoon in August next month. So it might be something. Let's just see what the book says and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the mantra is, I embrace my ebb and flow, my many phases and the cycles of life. The moon is a powerful celestial entity that reflects the flow of our cycles and the many phases we go through. Look up the current moon phase for guidance on which energy will serve you best at this time. We've just had a full moon. So on here, the full moon says, take note of how your intentions have manifested, reflect with gratitude, and let go of what is no longer serving you. Put out your crystals and sacred belongings outside under the moonlight for recharging and cleansing, or perhaps even spending some time underneath the moon, or, you know, glancing at the moon, or doing some the word cleansing wants to come out. I'm not sure why, how that relates to you. Maybe even cleansing your own energy with saging, or doing like bathing, you know, just finding a ritual that that feels aligned. Maybe during the next full moon or before the next full moon, which is going to be a massive one. Or this could be even speaking of the tensions rising around that time. I forget when it is. I think it's like later in August. So just, you know, maybe be aware of that, like what may, as I said, there's Mercury retrograde, which brings on like lots of past shit, like whether it's past people, past issues, that might be happening around the full moon, or around, around the full moon. So just being aware of taking deep care of yourself around that time or before that time, and just being aware of what might transpire as well throughout. I will pull a card from one of my favorite and also unused decks. And I do love this deck because it's beautiful. It's called The Yogic Path by Sahara Rose. Guys, my throat is still... Throat? Is that a word? Throat? My throat is still a bit dodgy, so... Not sure what is going on for you, but let me know in the comments if it resonates. If there's some shit going down, let me know. To receive messages of highest vibration. Okay, what's 16? Okay, so Muladhara, I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, that came out in reverse. So these cards do have reverse meanings. So I'll just turn it up so you can see it. So that is the root chakra. Then we have Bhakti and Dhumavati, and that is also in reverse. So I'll turn them up so you can see them. I know Dhumavati looks quite scary, but it's actually a really good card, but it's in reverse, so we'll see what it says. But even though it is in reverse, don't stress out. It might just mean that it's things that need to be worked through. It's some shadow stuff that needs to be worked through, that's all. So yeah, as I said, this deck has double meanings, so I will look into the cards. So I don't know why I started with Bhakti, but I'll read that one. So that is, when you lose touch with the divine, life becomes meaningless. Our days lose color and words feel tasteless without connection to the source. How can you deepen your connection to the divinity? So I'm not going to read any more of that, because what that is speaking to is coming into space, coming into presence, taking a step back to reflect on, sorry, that's not the right card. Taking a step back to do some self-reflection and find your own center before moving forward and, you know, facing those challenges by speaking up. But that card is devotion. So devotion to, you know, a higher sense of awareness. So looking up Dhumavati. And yeah, a lot of people, this reminds me a lot of the Kali cards. They look tremendously scary, but oh, there we go. Anyway, they look scary, but Kali's a bad bitch. She is a bad bitch. Okay, so we've got Dhumavati, and Dhumavati is the goddess of disappointment and letting go, and it's come up in reverse. So it says, letting go is not always a bad thing when you know it's making space for something better. Dhumavati is the pain and the struggle that makes you who you are. She's the phase right before your enlightenment when you experience the void. She's your shadow self, the thing you didn't want to look at even though it's a core part of who you are. She's moving past the illusion, Maya, looking life and death right in the eye and seeing both sides of the same coin. Know that Dhumavati is guiding you through this difficult time, and your higher self awaits on the other side. So it's the same thing, going into going into spaciousness. And as I do that, I just notice that she's got her hand on her heart. So it's like coming into a deep sense of self and space, and just taking yourself out of certain situations so that you can get a different perspective on it. Okay, so we've got Muladhara. I never get this right. Muladhara. Root chakra. So it's come up in reverse, but I'll show you the right side up. So this is about, in reverse, your mind, body, and soul are calling you out to do some grounding. You have been moving around a lot, and your spirit is calling for a true home and yearning for time spent inward. This may be a good time to finally begin looking for a home or settling down into the one you already have. Create a nest, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, root chakra is also about like stability, safety, and again with the red. So, yeah, really coming into a space of taking care of yourself, creating more space for yourself. And what I mean is just fine-tuning your own like inner space, your inner awareness. I think that's all that wants to be said about that. Taking a time out is what I just heard. So that's all I have for you today. If that resonated, please let me know in the comments, and also like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if it doesn't resonate, that is okay. It might not make sense to you now. It might actually be, it might come through later. But if it does resonate, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, hello my minivan collective. This one is for you. Do use your discernment with the messages and only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So let's get into it. Oh, we're not wanting to say anything, are we? And also, if these messages do resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe, and press that notification bell so you do get the rest of my messages when they come up, or my messages, sorry, the rest of your messages when they come up. What needs to be seen? Needs to be seen from the Minivan collective. All right, we have some flippers. First one, no. Okay. So we've got Violet, number 38. Create a balanced life. Something about balance and body here. Emerald, calm your mind, body, and soul, number 12. I just heard Virgo season. Rejuvenate your body, number 31. Ruby. Cherry, live an extraordinary life, number 19. Oh, so yeah, there's a need for clear attention to body here for some of you. Coming into balance with, or bringing the body into balance. I want to read the cherry because that is standing out for me a little bit. So this is from the Secret Language of Color by Ina Sakala. I just had a blank there. And cherry speaks about, cherry helps to raise your self-esteem and bring sweetness, happiness, and wisdom into your life. It can open up your heart and allow you to listen with your heart's desires. Cherry is a deep, full color which encourages you to live your life to the max. It acts as a magnet, attracting incredible people, opportunities, and abundance into your life. Interesting. And I love that there are two red, like deep red color cards. It is also Leo season, so you know, if you have some red in your wardrobe, wear some red. But yeah, if you're seeing a lot of ones, this might resonate with you a little bit. But this is definitely about bringing some calm and balance into your life, which I'm not surprised about. I mean, I'm using healing decks, but it's very synonymous with the first video in this channel, which was about healing, like a need for healing. So it's no surprise to me that there's like an overarching theme of balance, bringing balance into your life, whatever that looks like for you. And I did hear Virgo season before, and usually Virgo season is about, you know, taking care of yourself. So we are in Leo season now, so this might be a theme that kind of rings through until then. I'm not too sure. We'll find out more as we dive into some other cards. So I'm gonna pull up some more cards for the, what do I want to call this? Little bus. In South Africa we call this a kombi. I don't actually know why. I should actually look that up, but yeah, I'm not sure. Receiving messages of the highest light and frequency. Let us see, my friends. And of course, if you do resonate with these messages, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, use your discernment. And if you see something that I've missed, please feel free to post it in the comments below, and like, share, and subscribe if this resonates with you. Always wondered how people remember all the things to say in YouTube videos. It kind of just rolls off the tongue, hey? Once again, the unprofessionalism, fucking awesome. Okay. What have we got? Let's go. All right, any messages? What needs to be seen by the collective? I think that is a lot already. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we have number 23, open to possibility. The whole world is before you. We've got 32, wait for a solution, relax, and it shall appear. And we've got number 25, use your anger, inner fire sparks out of action. Out of action. So, so there's something about patience here. Like we may be getting a little bit frustrated that something is not happening. Something is not happening the way we want it to happen, or in the timing that we want it to happen. And you know, there's a need to bring calm to our mind, body, and soul, because if not, you know, we might get a little bit angry, or you are already getting quite frustrated because this, whatever it is that you're waiting on, like whether it be answers or an opportunity, you know, a possibility, that's not happening within your timing. And we well know that most things happen within, like, divine timing. Things happen when they're meant to happen. So yeah, there might be a need to create balance and calm, because we're just not patient. We're not wanting to wait for whatever this is. Let's have a read. Why not? Wrong deck. Let's see. I want to read the patience part. I want to read the wait for solution. When challenges occur, it is easy to get caught up in the problem and want to fix it right away. We forget that a solution cannot be forced. It will come at the right time and in the right way if you will remain open and receptive to the insight. The more you focus on what's not working, the bigger the challenge will grow and the less equipped you will feel about dealing with it. Be aware of the tension you are carrying in your shoulders. Perhaps you are perpetually worried about everything and everyone. It is time to turn your thinking around. Rather than focusing all your attention on an issue that isn't budging or feeling overwhelmed, schedule time for something fun or relaxing that will take your mind off this difficulty. So, like, clearly, you know, I feel like whatever is you're wanting may come in, but it might not coming in the timing that you want, or it might, the answers or whatever it is might not happen when you want it to happen, like not on your timing. It'll happen when you are chill, when you are receptive, and when you can create space for yourself and be patient and wait for a solution. Sorry, I'm like, you can see from here, right? I haven't brought that one up, but it's the same. Rejuvenate your body. So maybe like reflecting in, going inwards. This is a big theme actually for everybody. Patience, balance, timing, healing is a massive theme for a whole bunch of us. I'm going to pull from the healing mantra deck and see what affirmations want to come out. I might just move that up a bit. Okay. I don't know why I wanted to shuffle it that way. Okay, let's go with that. Interesting. Why that shuffle wanted to happen, not sure. Perhaps like a real shake-up is required, like a real, maybe do something that will shake off that energy, that like, because even at the start of your reading, like, I'm wanting to move my body, I'm wanting to do some movement to shake off some of this energy, to let's just keep diving, see what happens, what comes out. Okay, I'll keep that. Releasing expectations just dropped out. What messages are going to see? All right. So, we have got releasing expectations. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. So again, not in your own timing. We've got inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. I'm not sure what that means for you. That might be a message for somebody else, because these two came out on their own. And then we've got balancing the brain, which is I can be and do all at once. Not quite sure what that means. Let's read into also, again, take some screenshots of the cards I just showed you, because those mantras are meant to be like encoded and whatever. So I want to read the balancing the brain one, because that is a fascinating concept to me. Balancing the brain. Let's see. When the brain is balanced, you're no longer bouncing back and forth between being and doing. You allow each action to be expressed from a space of mindfulness, peace, and ease. In a balanced brain, each battle has been won, which makes it easier to navigate around those whose minds are still entrenched, in conflict. From this space, you're able to do all that needs to be done while operating from your soul's natural state of being. So that, I feel like this is a message for somebody else, and I don't really like the word balancing the brain, but I guess it's bringing balance into, it's like, well, this might be related, I'm not sure, but what's being shown or what's being sensed is like balancing between the doing and the being, like, so the taking action, but also allowing, like allowing and receiving, and like masculine and feminine. That's what's coming in, like the difference between taking action and then being in that receptive flow and energy. And perhaps the flow and energy is about, you know, helping others to feel empowered and acknowledged by their gifts. That might resonate for you, or it might not. If it doesn't, leave it. And then I want to do a self-care pull. This is from the self-care oracle deck. Okay, with this energy, come on. Do one card. Okay, what needs to be seen by the bus collective? Nothing else? So we've got make an altar, and that could literally just be putting up a vase of flowers. I don't know why that was said like that. Putting, you know, like having a space. It's about creating space, nurturing spaces that feel good. Then we've got alone time, and we already spoke about creating more space for yourself. So this could be in conjunction with that, like not just internal space, but like your space around you that might help you create, you know, bring in more calm and balance. Creating, like, not just, creating, because I know, I don't know if you're like this, if you're watching, but what is wrong with the words? There's some, it's like a scattered mind. So yeah, really, really leaning into creating more space for yourself. Whether that's alone time, whether that is clearing out your space even. Again, Virgo energy, clearing out your home, creating a space that feels good and creates a nice vibration, like makes you feel calm. Then we've got health checkup. So that might be for someone, a message for someone about a health checkup. But again, could be about, you know, bringing in that balance so that you've got, calm your mind, body, and soul. It could be in regards to that. And we've got spend time with friends. Beautiful. So yeah, so even if you're not spending time alone or creating space for yourself in that way, hang out with your babes, hang out with your mates, you know, and chill. I don't know why that was said, but chill. Okay, and last deck I will use is the Yogic Path deck by Sahara Rose. I don't know if I mentioned all the decks, have I? I'll put all of them in the description anyway. So if any of this resonates, if there's something that, you know, stood out for you, resonated with you, something that you saw that I missed, please put them in the comments below. Or if you are . not wanted to be said there, but like, share, and subscribe if this resonates. Getting like phone calls while I'm trying to do this. Go away. Go away, I'm busy. Maybe you're getting a lot of phone calls, you know? Maybe people are hassling you on the phone. So like, then there's definitely, you know, space to take some time out. Spend some time by the water. Spend some time out in the moon. There's a couple of cards with moons in them. That came up for the previous collective as well, moon. Okay. Right. Let's see. So we've got Satya. And I will read these ones because I'm not familiar with this terminology. Not all of them anyway. And Tamas came up in reverse. Look at that. That looks like rest and rejuvenation, my friends. Spending time by water. I mentioned that just before. Taking some time out for yourself. Let's have a look. Satya. Okay. So it says truthfulness. You are moving towards your truth, peeling off layers of inauthenticity that have been placed upon you by societal conditioning. Through the shedding, you are finally feeling truth's bare skin as you place your fingers upon your face, finally coming home to yourself. This truth, Satya, has been dormant inside you all along, waiting until your awakening. Through this process of understanding, unlearning, and evolving, you are becoming a Bodhi, awakened person. Continue to step into this new paradigm of truth as you shed all false beliefs, narratives, and stories so you can emerge as your true self. Ask yourself, where and how can I show up authentically in my life? What makes me feel like I'm living in my truth? Are my relationships in alignment with who I am at this moment? What masks am I still wearing to make me feel loved, secure, or significant? So that might be a message for someone. And then we've got Tamas in a reverse. There we go. So the message of this card is density, dullness, and inertia. So I'll put it upright so you can see the card itself. Perhaps you're feeling stuck. You seem not to have the energy that you used to and feel like the fire within you has been put out. You may feel heavy, absent-minded, and lazy. My dear, you have been in a cocoon for too long and you've forgotten your wings. Create movement and novelty in your life. We just spoke about movement. Practice sun salutations upon waking. Take long walks in nature. Clean up your house. Let go of all the tamasic foods, those that are packaged, fried, or full of sugar and refined flour. Where was that card? Rejuvenate your body. It takes effort to get the wheels moving at first, but once you make that push, you will be in effortless flow and kriya. There you have it, my friends. That is your reading for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. And if anything resonated, please let me know in the comments below. I hope that made sense. It was a lot of cards. There's a lot of stuff happening. But yeah, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And I will see you in the next video. Mwah.